everybody, it's Christy, and this is actually the first of 3 special book talk videos that I'm going to do. And the first one is going to be highlighting a very special book in a very special series that is close to my heart called the Guardian Heart Crystal series by Amy Blankenship. And this is the first edition cover. Let's just hold this up. The artwork for the cover and the illustrations on the inside were done by Kate Christensen, also known as Cypher Sama on DeviantArt and various other art sharing websites. And this is actually the 3rd book in the Guardian Heart Crystal series. However, the unique thing about this series is each book is a reset button. And I will explain how in a few minutes. First of all, let me tell you a little about the series. The Guardian Heart Crystal series revolves around a young woman named Kayoko who ends up going back in time and is befriended by 5 guardian warrior brothers who not only have to protect her from the main antagonist Hyakue, but they also have to protect an ancient relic known as the Guardian Heart Crystal. Now, the interesting thing about the Guardian Heart Crystal itself is that it is described within the books as paradoxical in nature, meaning even though this is the 3rd book, you don't need to read the 1st or the 2nd books to keep up with what's going on in the series, because each book is an alternate universe, totally different plot. I don't know how Amy came up with it. It's genius. So it's not like a book series where it just runs on and on and on and on and on and on and on with the same plot and the same characters, and you've got to pick up the 1st book in order to keep up with what's going on with the 4th book and all that stuff. No. You could pick up any book in this 8-book series and it would be a whole unique plot. Same characters with a few new characters added here and there, but just a whole new action-packed plot, and as always, some angsty romance. So, this book in particular, I'm going to read you the back synopsis. Toya would fight all odds to stay by Kayoko's side. His heart and his daggers are hers to take. He only asks that she accept them. Even when the darkness of their enemy threatens what they have fought so hard for, Toya would die for her honor and her love. In a moment of bliss, he finally gains the courage to open his hidden heart and confess the true emotions he keeps within. That moment is forever changed when Kayoko is taken from his world by the heartless fates above. Believing he is cursed, Toya gives up, falsely accepting that his reason to live has forsaken him. Now, Toya must defend her against the worst enemy of all, himself. So I kind of gave away just a little bit of the romance spoiler because this is Toya's and Kayoko's books, or at least one of them. Maybe there are more, maybe there are less. I can't say because I don't want to give away any spoilers. However, the great thing about this series is these guardians are so lovable. They're so different. Some of them are stronger than most. Some of them have more adorable personalities. All of them are cute. And if you enjoy this one, but you think, well, I kind of like this one guardian better, then you can pick up the book that entails the love story between Kayoko and that guardian. Or you think, well, I want to know how she would hook up with this guardian. You can pick up another book that entails her love story with another guardian. Or, even in one particular book, you can even pick up how her love story with Hyakue plays out, because Hyakue, all I'll say is that Hyakue is a tragic figure, and you'd have to read the books to find out why, but he was not always bad. He was not always bad. And I can't say any more without spoiling things. But I just want to take another minute to find maybe an illustration or two. just to show you, you've seen the cover because I've been holding it up. So let me just find an illustration here. Oh, here's a cute one. Okay, see? So on you're going to have like a full color cover, and you're going to have like black and white illustrations on the inside. And the reason I decided to use this book for my first out of 3 book talk videos is because this is actually the Author House version, which is out of print. I bought this about 5 to 7 years ago, and since then Amy has left Author House and is now going under a different publisher, and the Guardian Heart Crystal series has been revamped so many times. There are versions without the illustrations that actually have a male model on the cover. So if you're not one to have the anime, manga, cartoonish style look, you'll still get this. You'll still get this same story, only, you know, without that look and without the illustrations inside. However, this was originally published back in 2007, and now that it's 2017, I realized, Raging Hearts celebrated its 10th birthday, so I decided I would highlight this for Raging Hearts. And also, Amy has been working really hard not only to translate all of her books into several different languages and make them available for audiobook as well, but she is now re-releasing the special edition artist versions of the book again, the special artist editions of these books, which are currently available on Amazon in paperback for a reasonable price. As time goes by, there will be hardcover versions, which I will be collecting, and I'll be collecting these guys because I am a sucker for the beautiful covers. I'm a sucker for this type of art, and I'm a sucker for the illustrations inside. And also, when Kayoko falls in love with one of the Guardians in this series, I just gotta say, if you can watch the Vampire Diaries or the originals, then you can handle the love scenes that are in here. And I say love scenes because within each reset button book, and that's one of the great things about this series, is it's an 8-book series, but in each book it's an entirely different plot, and it's like starting all over again. So each one is so unique and rich and so wonderfully thought out, and so much effort has been put into this series that, you know, Amy's been painstakingly advertising and getting word out about this series, as well as her secondary series, which is the Bloodbound series. But anyway, when it comes to the love scenes, like I said, if you can watch the Vampire Diaries and the originals, then you can read this, because Amy does not write any vulgarity when it comes to her love scenes. She doesn't use any vulgar words. She doesn't say any vulgar things. She's not that descriptive. So when Kayoko and one of her guardian lovers, depending on which book you're reading, are together, they are together because they love each other and they are each other's soulmates. So really, you don't have to be too afraid of reading these books. I would say these books are PG-13, but they are really worth the read. So worth the read. They're not graphic at all in terms of like 50 Shades of Grey. You won't find that here. You won't find that type of vulgarity. You won't. You will just find 2 people who are in love, who express their love in, you know, the best way they can. And that's what I'm going to say without going into too much description. You've got to read it to find out. You've got to read it to find out. But yes, I'm going to leave the links to all the links to the special artist edition of Raging Hearts in the description, as well as the standard edition. And I'm going to leave the link to Amy's website in case you have any questions for her and you want to write to her. So anyway, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this book talk review, and I hope you guys give this series a chance because, you know, It's really once you latch on to one book in this series, that's the best thing. That's the best thing. One of the best things about this series is this is actually my second favorite in the series. My first favorite is one called The Heart of Time, and I'm going to be doing a video on that one too, but I am not fully prepared for that video because my special artist edition hasn't arrived in the mail yet. But this is the first edition of Raging Hearts, which is no longer available since Amy left Author House. However, the third edition with the special artist edition is currently out, so you can get yourself a copy. Anyway, hope this video finds you well. God bless. Hope you enjoy these action-packed stories from Amy with that romance that you love and the suspense and maybe even shedding a few tears. I don't know. Anyway, catch you later. Bye.